What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Arrow After Show here at the Stream.tv. How ridiculous do I look? Oh my God. Thanks to Mr. Hind over here for getting us some masks.
These are awesome.
We're all arrowed out. What's going on? I'm Adam Kruger, joined by the lovely Olivia De Bortoli.
Hello, how are you?
And as I said, Mr. Jack Hind right here, responsible for our get-ups.
This is it. This is like my life right now. I feel like a superhero already. I just want to start rolling around
this
floor.
I have a feeling these might rip, though, in
I
like
would
5
if
seconds.
every time I blinked, it didn't go up and down because of
Because of our eyelashes. I can't even see anything.
Anyway, guys,
it's the feeling that counts. I feel superpowered.
We feel, yeah.
The holes just need to be a little bigger, I think.
I feel like I look a little like Stephen as well.
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
You guys are way too nice.
I think we all look
Way
like.
too
I feel
nice.
like we all look like Robin. Okay,
There
we're
we
just
go.
Batman's sidekick at this point.
But nobody would know it was us because in DC logic,
'cause
this.
There's a perfect disguise.
Who are you?
Well, hold on, but just
Wait,
before we get into the show, I have to say, Henry Cavill was out in New York City wearing a Superman shirt and a baseball hat, and he walked up to people and tried to get noticed and didn't get recognized
How
once.
can you not notice that god of a man?
I mean,
He
he's
is a
like
god.
6'7",
like
you know what I mean?
beautiful. Everything about him is
Especially wearing a
chiseled.
Superman shirt.
So-
like, put it together, people.
And he tried to, okay, this is, I don't know how long this mask is gonna last.
Good. Like I said,
It's
this
gonna come,
competition-
we're having a competition to see who can keep it on the
think
longest.
Jack's
and
gonna
I'll
win.
probably be the first one to break. But guys, let's get into this episode, okay? Because we had, I liked it better than last week. I'm gonna
Same.
start with that.
100%.
Yes.
Yep, it was a much better episode. There was a lot of humor that I was totally down with tonight, which I love the bee humor. I know it was so cheesy, but I was totally into it. Let's go with behaving badly. Brie Larvin escapes, and okay, first of all, did anyone think it was a little bit weird that she was able to just hack into the records thing and change her thing for her release date while they were like, hey, no internet for you, and she just worked
she gets
around
30 minutes a week.
of computer time, but remember they said no internet?
I feel like she's clever enough to hack into it.
Yeah, well, mine came off, sorry.
All right,
The
so-
stuff,
I did
so
it.
you're out.
I lost.
You're
I
out.
couldn't
There's
do it.
one
It was-
down.
it
One
was
more to go.
my
I
own
got
trick.
this.
Great, I'm too competitive. I'm gonna be uncomfortable
Exactly.
for the whole show.
Whatever, I lost. I was thinking, you know, it's kind of unbelievable that she was able to change the date and get released so quickly. But then I was like, actually, if you think about LA County and
How is it unbelievable? That is unbelievable, but all the other shit that happens in this show isn't unbelievable.
I'm saying that's one of the things. But then I realized actually it could easily happen. If you just log into a computer and change your date, nobody ever is going to really be like, oh, wait, there's a mistake here. I
Well,
don't know.
you know, I will say this: like, they're pretty incompetent in these
Exactly.
prisons. Like, a lot
That's
of
what I was
stuff goes
saying.
on, and it's pretty shady. It's pretty crooked. It's pretty incompetent. So, I mean, we can write it off. We actually have a photo of Brie, if you want to pull that up, Nick. I know it's from later on in the episode, but I love how she even had the time to go and put together a uniform that was beehive-like.
It was great.
Right? Where did she go get all her gear from?
This is what I'm saying.
Where
She's
did
been
you-
locked up. You know.
That wasn't the same stuff, because obviously when you go to jail, you have to like hand in your gear, right? So like you pass
but
your
she
stuff over.
she
then
got
you get it
herself
back.
released, so she
Yeah.
probably got her stuff
She
back.
got all of her stuff back.
That's what I'm saying. So you think she went to jail in that?
No, I don't think so. But who knows?
She probably went home. I don't think that
she
really
was an episode
matters.
of The Flash when she went away. So do
Episode 18.
you remember? Do you remember?
Episode 18. I have it. All-star team up. It was the all-star team up. This
Okay.
is going up and down.
Isn't
And
that
it's mine's off.
fine?
I'm done. You win.
Yes, I win.
I swallowed my pride. I can't do it anymore.
Still keeping
Hello.
it on.
Awesome job by Emily Kinney, by the way.
Yeah.
I love her. I loved her in The Walking Dead. I think she was great. It was like the worst moment when she died. Spoiler alert. But
You meant to say
Thanks.
that before you.
What?
You meant to say spoiler alert before you
So
spoil.
people can do earmuffs. You know.
sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
But
you're me.
anyway, spoiler alert. She was great in The Walking Dead, and I love her. So I thought she did a great job. Good job, Emily. Love you.
Right. And so the attack. Did you want to add
My
to
question
that?
is, how old is Brie meant to be in this? Has anybody got a shout?
Yeah, 'cause
by
she
any
does look like
idea?
a teenager,
She
right?
seems very
Yeah,
young. She
very
does
young.
seem very adolescent, but maybe that's just because she's
I think she just
young
looks
looking.
young.
Yeah, maybe
In The Walking Dead, I think she was supposed to be 17.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, so then that would make sense.
Probably.
And listen, we don't know. Do we ever know how old she is? I don't think we
Probably
do.
not.
No, I don't
Yeah.
Doubt it. Anyway, it's not important, really.
So no, it's not. So she goes
though I
in
brought it
and the first sign of her, which we all called it right at the second we were watching it, was when not the CEO, but the board member
board.
drops
Yes.
down and he's like, and we're like, bees, and
You
then they
both
all
said at the same
yeah,
time.
and they all came.
we said bees at the same time. It was a moment.
was cute.
We have those
had
a
a
lot.
moment.
But so that happens, but first of all, they just kind of glossed over the whole, hey, these mechanical bees can replicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one just kind of.
That was just
we just
glossed
had to
over.
accept that one,
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
we? And I was okay with that because it was a good idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did like it because obviously Brie's, they give off their larvae, hence why her name's Larvin. Genius again, like
Right.
just absolutely genius. All
Good
of it.
call.
But yeah, the separation and the manipulation, the replication of the bees.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice little touch, especially when it went
Inside Oliver,
into
yeah.
Oliver and then
Oliver.
started replicating. I was like, whoa!
Yeah,
like
that's-
that was one problem that became two and then became four and then it just exponentially grows.
Did you see what he did there?
I learned that word
Did you
recently as well.
see what he did there? So then we kind of we get to see like a little bit of Felicity without Team Arrow, and I thought
Yes.
that was an interesting dimension because she's now just the CEO.
She's CEO.
Yeah.
Right, and all this
She's a
stuff is
badass
going
bitch.
down, and she can't really pick up the bat phone. No pun, well pun intended, because people compare to Arrow, to Barrow and Atman.
Huh?
Atman and
have
Joker. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Batman.
anymore.
Batman.
Batman and Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow, Ant-Man. Yeah, different universes.
I said Atman.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Barrow and Atman.
That's a new one.
I switched them. So, but you know, she can't pick up her like she can't call to
Yeah.
help.
I know, it
And
sucks.
but she held her own.
I thought she did a great job. First of all, she was doing a great job as the CEO. Like, she was kind of moving on with her life. And I was like, you know what? Go Felicity.
Technically, she wasn't doing a good job as the CEO because she was late to her meeting with the board.
Well, good thing she was late, because she would have been
She
probably
would have
dead.
been done. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's a good way of looking at it, but in CEO technical terms.
Well, but
she
in
was late.
CEO technical terms, the CEO can be as late as the CEO
Exactly.
wants because they're the CEO.
But board's ahead of the CEO,
yeah,
right?
I know. They are. They answer to the board. But either way.
Do your job, Felicity.
She was doing her job.
The point is, we're just kind of, I guess we're seeing some growing pains
Yeah.
with Oliver and Felicity and the relationship ending. So
She seems to be quite happy about it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's her just covering it? Do you think that's her putting it on the lowdown, that she's
Yes.
okay with it all?
I think, yeah, that's a good point. I think that, I'm going to say this. I think that it's good that they've broken them up because this whole
Yeah.
Felicity, the whole Felicity drama is kind of sucking away from the show.
It's turned into a soap opera.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
say that straightforward. It is becoming a soap opera.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad they quelled that.
Yeah, and do I want them together? Yes, because I would love to see them back together. However, what I do want to see is the hero, Green Arrow, doing his thing. And I just feel like, you know, in the last several episodes, he'd just been getting his butt handed to him on every occasion, and he's always on the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's interesting. Real quick, guys, as we get into this episode, just before I want to just do a quick shout out to the Arrow Cave group on Facebook. It's the largest Arrow community discussing the show. Lance,
Lance.
yep, we'll say hi to Lance one more time. Do go ahead and join that group. It's a fantastic group. You can basically just discuss everything Arrow on it, and there's resources, and it's really awesome. And we're on there all the time, so definitely go check that out.
And you learn stuff you've never heard of
Yeah.
before.
Absolutely.
Like, it's unbelievable. You just pick up a bunch of different stuff of that, and you're like, oh, how cool.
I know. I
Fun
actually,
facts all day.
Fun facts all day.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really good.
it's really awesome. It's a good tool. If you're a fan, check it out. Which you are, because you're watching us. So go
Hey.
check it out. Hey, let's get into Mr. Terrific real quick, okay? Because he finds out about the bees he gets sent home, so he gets kind of away. We both thought that he was allergic to pollen
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
But
I
then
was
they're
like-
mechanical bees, so that
That was
died.
X.
But he goes home and then
Yeah, we said
finds the
pollen.
Arrow Cave way too easily. I mean, did you guys
he
think
literally walked into it and was like, and didn't even, he just turned around and he was there. Like, what is that?
I mentioned that as well. I wasn't
Way
happy
too
about
easy.
that whatsoever.
Stop knocking
The
things-
fact I know I knocked it. I'm sorry. Is it Sarah or Laurel, that one?
That's Laurel.
I'm gonna go with
Sarah.
Sarah. Sorry, Sarah. Yeah, the way he just. How has nobody else found that? He literally walked into the room. I get it.
just-
He had the phone thing, but
Yeah.
he literally walked up to a wall and it opened.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not so secret.
The
Like,
only thing that I can say that could potentially explain it away is that maybe the tracker on the phone, you have to, because they
Is,
gave him the phone,
Yeah.
so maybe being in proximity of the door with the phone opened
But
it up.
even
I like that.
Captain Lance was like,
That's the loophole.
even Captain
You just
Lance was
letting
like,
anyone
you're
down
just
here?
gonna let anyone in now?
Anyone comes down here?
I love that joke.
Well, Star Labs has a revolving door as well
Yeah.
that just lets anybody in, no matter who you are. So,
So I guess
would
why
Arrow
not? Why not on
Yeah,
Arrow?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Why
And
not?
so he faints after like discovering who everyone is, and he's
That's
like, "It's the
cute.
fever. It's not the
This is the best reveal so
Yes.
far.
Yes.
We
I
see
thought
Barry reveal himself constantly. It's dire. Every time he does it, it's an absolute joke, and it drives me insane. We see Oliver do it,
Yeah.
and it's kind of okay. You know that he's doing it for the best of reasons. Like when he revealed himself to Samantha, you're like, okay, I understand. That's why you can protect the city and protect our son. But this one was on point.
Yes.
Everything about it was genius, and it is exactly how at least I would react. Like, what Curtis? Like, I would be lost in my words right now. So, Curtis, Echo Kellen, brilliant job. Thank you very much. And the writers
Nobody
as well.
reacts.
Best
Nobody
so
ever
far.
reacts that way. I feel like everyone's just like, oh, okay, and like move on with their lives. I'd be like, what?
So we have him helping out now after he discovers all this, and we actually have a photo of them, well, of him helping, and they're kind of all standing around. This is after Oliver gets injured, obviously. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, wow, he's just a male Felicity now.
Yeah.
He's just the male. You know, is he gonna take over? Do you guys think that this is him on his way to becoming Mr. Terrific? I mean, it must be.
Yes, it has to be. I feel like. I mean, is he gonna take over Felicity's spot forever? I don't know.
Overwatch Part 2?
Maybe.
What are we
but
thinking?
I feel like that wouldn't be good. I want Felicity to be back in her spot, doing her thing, you know?
But there's only room for one of them. They can't both.
He can have another
he's gonna
part.
eventually be out in the field.
Yeah.
So maybe she will come back at some point.
Because of all of his parkour stuff and like martial arts.
I mean, you guys
And
saw
the
him
fact
do
that
that
he can
flip
just
to get away
flip
from
around.
over a computer station. Like, what was that?
It was.
He's tall as well. Like, I'm 6'3", so if I try to flip that way, I'd hit my head before anybody else would. So the way he just literally pounced and flipped over that, I was like, tops to you, Curtis.
Yeah, that was
well
awesome.
trained. Well, they did say he's a gymnast. He's got martial arts training. He's got all that on his side. So I right away, because I remember you said something as we were watching. I'm like, no, he's trained, and you're like, forgot about that. So he totally, it does make sense that he's able to do that. I think we're starting to see a new chapter. Quick shout out real quick to the Arrow, our Facebook group actually, and it's the Arrow After Show, Arrowhead's Family. Lance, thank you for creating that group. That's growing. Go ahead and join that. We're on there all the time. We'll pull questions for, sometimes we do fan episodes, as you guys know. We did them over the break.
Fandemonium.
Believe we're going to have another break coming up soon. We'll have another Fandemonium episode situation. So if you want to start submitting questions and all that, you could do that there. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. Anytime. Yeah, it's down there.
I'm gonna get that perfect one time with.
You got to get low.
I can't reach it.
But do tweet at us there, and you can also hit up the live comments section on this YouTube video right now and comment beneath the video after it's already up. So do go ahead and do that. Let's get into and of course we're live, so do send your questions in now because we're gonna get to. Well, you guys know the drill. We're gonna talk about your stuff later.
We will.
YouTube, Twitter, we're gonna do it all. Let's talk about escaping the beehive with Felicity, Thea, and Donna trying to escape and save the board members. Guys, did you find
I've never
this
seen that vent in the wall before.
Me neither.
Yeah, me
I don't know if
neither.
it's just because it's like hidden in plain sight kind of thing, but and it's surprisingly spacious.
It was.
That was a very big vent.
It may be an American thing, not too sure. Never seen a vent that is
So
that
big.
size
They
before.
were.
You know what? I have. In every movie where
have?
someone
Oh.
escapes from a vent, it's always that big.
it's always a massive
It's
vent,
always a
but I
big
mean,
vent.
Are vents that
Los
big
Angeles-
usually?
Exactly. Los Angeles apartments aren't as big as that vent.
That's
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, wow, you could sit, live, like, cook your dinner in
You
this
could-
vent
Yeah,
right
it was-
now.
Put a
a
little
big
kitchenette
vent.
in there and start making food.
But I guess you just have to. And then, the breaking, this one annoyed us a little bit. So
Oh.
those bombs that blew up the wall when they were in the elevator, come on, they didn't blow the elevator. My argument was that the elevator was down to their panic room. Shout out to Charlotte Ross who brought in the Jodie Foster panic room.
I loved it.
Brilliant, that was a great movie. But the way they just blew that massive, easily 2-foot thick concrete wall.
It might have been more.
May have been a little bit more.
3 feet.
It was huge.
But it couldn't blow back through
Well, hold
the
on,
elevator.
hold on, wait a second. And this is me just being devil's advocate here. They were in that elevator that goes down to the panic room, which means
So it
that
could
the
be
reinforced.
elevator
That
doors
was
were
what I-
reinforced steel, and so they waited till the doors closed, then the
That is what I
T-spheres.
assumed.
I'm gonna call them T-spheres, but when they exploded,
bombs, yeah.
that's why they were safe in the elevator.
Well, they're
so
the communication devices that she hoped hadn't, that she
Hadn't
hoped
figured
he
out how
hadn't
to-
fixed them
Yeah.
yet.
stop
Genius.
exploding. Yeah. So okay. So we do this, and we've got our bee man who, because the team tries to save them, and then this bee dude shows up. We have a photo of this guy. Did anyone else? Okay. Because I saw the photos before the show aired. Did anyone else think that this was Diggle's new costume?
Yes. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you guys at home
Hey,
think
Dig.
that? Because I was just like, oh, cool, you got a really wicked new costume. That's pretty amazing.
I'm still confused on how that happened. I know
The
we
bee-
have to
the
take
bee
it
man?
with
Yeah,
a
we
pinch of
all
salt,
looked
but
at
that
each other
really
like,
was
what?
like bees and then formed into a if it was the outline of a person, but it was still bees, I'd have been good with that. But the fact that it literally just formed into
Yeah.
into a
Threw
person.
me off a little bit.
It was
threw me
very
off a little bit.
Transformer style.
Yeah,
like
very,
it was a bunch of
very
bees,
much
and then
so.
it transformed into
Well-
a person that was like an excellent fighter.
I'm gonna
Like,
go. Yeah, the fighter. Okay.
How do bees become such great fighters all
They're
of a sudden?
robotic.
Yeah, but
This is-
still,
well,
he, was
but
he was
here's-
like a human thing. I don't know. That was
Here's
weird.
what
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
like it.
say. And again, I'll throw in the devil's advocate con because I'm just gonna do it. But they're robotic, right? And they can replicate inside of a body, so it makes sense that they can morph and connect to each other and become a person. Where they learned how to fight, that's beyond
Well,
me.
no, it's just it seemed like it was pure strength, should I say, when it came to the fight. But like I said, I would like to have become like more of a connection
outline.
of bees.
Yeah.
So like the robotic bees all connected themselves and then became the outline of this thing. And then he was literally, because then the bees could have like opened up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you go to punch through it, the bees, I'm possibly
I
too much on
would've li-
VFX, I don't know.
I would have liked it better if it turned into maybe like a bigger bee or something.
A bigger bee?
Yeah. Like, why like
Just the
human?
giant bee.
Yeah, it would have been. I feel like it
No.
would have been
With a big
better.
stinger?
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with
And
this?
also, how did it beat Oliver so easily? Like he was he was like beating him down, and it was like
Well,
really?
okay, but we've talked about that whole thing. I think when Felicity's in the room, I think Oliver's distracted, period, and I
Yeah.
think he just gets his butt kicked. But obviously he gets stung, and the bees are replicating. And I want to just talk about this real quick, but before we do, we have a little photo of everyone around Oliver on the table. And so at this moment, we're sitting there going, oh my God, what's going to happen? Is he going to explode because there's a million bees about to come out of him? And we all know, obviously, that they're going to find a way to save him. And I love the way that they did, because we're watching Laurel really grow into the best possible Canary that she's ever been up
Yes.
until this point. They jacked up her Canary cry, and it was the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel the same way?
I mean, Laurel, you killed it this episode. I thought she did a great job, not only with her speeches, her 2 great speeches to Oliver, but the Canary cry again saved the day. I just thought she did a great job.
I'm starting to prefer Laurel at the I'm now beginning to love Laurel a lot more.
Yeah.
I've always been okay with her being the Black Canary. I get it, it's her way of like getting in and being part of the team, and obviously when we go back to the comics and stuff, she has to be there. But Laurel, I'm definitely starting to enjoy a lot
Yes.
more.
I'm
warming up
they
to her,
wrote here
too.
I like her a lot.
Her speech, like you say, her speeches and her
Yeah.
love stuff and her trying to help Oliver because she really does care about him. It's like, yeah, I appreciate you now, Laurel. You really are becoming a valuable member to the team as Laurel.
We actually have a photo of Laurel over Oliver, and I'm seeing like a thing. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a thing. I'm wondering if there's going to be potentially a spark between them at some point
I
down
don't
the
think
line.
She's so beautiful. I don't know how you couldn't.
Hey, listen, man. She
don't
was
think
in
so.
she was in the movie Click. I don't know if did you see it?
With Adam Sandler?
Yes.
Oh, yes, she was.
She was
I
the
remember,
older
yes.
version of his daughter.
Yes, I remember
And
that.
I remember I saw it like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I was in love with her.
Yeah.
But she was, I mean, so just to your point of the beauty,
What?
yes.
No, because
I'm
I'm gonna have to go watch that because I love that film and I
back.
don't remember her being in
She's
it.
the
okay?
Yeah.
she's the older daughter, the one who gets married in the movie. But let's not get onto
Okay,
Click for too long here. Okay, I thought it was very interesting, very
Whatever.
quickly, that we found out Brie's motives, which is that she is going to be paralyzed as well, and that's why she's doing this. Because at first we don't know what's going on.
Very well written into that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I thought it was good, and Felicity kind of holds her own, and then electrocutes the bees, and then
Yeah.
and then my favorite line ever, which is like the wrap of this topic. Unless you want to add something in.
Are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say it.
Say
You
it.
can say
Say
it.
it.
We can say it
No,
at the
you
same
say
time.
it.
Ready?
Ready?
1,
Three.
2, 3.
Lay down,
biatch. That's it. So that was
snap.
it. That was it,
Yeah,
right?
that was it. We're done.
Quick plug right now to melcity.net. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the show, and also to Steve Lamb at Bam Smack Pow and Tyler for writing our blogs. We
Hey, Tyler.
we love you guys. What's up, man? Check out those blogs. They come out after every episode, and they will be on the Stream.tv website as well as the Facebook page, and we tweet them on
We tweet them out.
Twitter and everywhere. So definitely go check those out. They're awesome pieces. Let's just move on to Damien Darhk real quick, because he's in prison and he gets visited by Malcolm Merlyn, and that was a pretty big
Yeah.
just middle finger right up the wazoo there that he gave him. He basically just said dude, I'm taking control of Hive.
Hive is me.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm it. Which we knew we saw it coming. Did you guys see it coming at home too?
I like that it was Hive and this is like a bee one.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I was like, there's so many bee references
So many
here.
bee references.
I'm kind of surprised that no one kind of thought before they knew it was Brie, that when it was just the bees. What is wrong with me today? When they just saw the bees, that no one was like, is it Hive?
Oh,
That no
yeah.
one said that, because beehive.
It would
right?
make sense.
Makes sense.
But
Makes
they've
much more
never
sense.
brought bees ever.
Oh wait, they did.
Did they?
Yes, am I correct? Somebody mentioned something about Hive in this, and they were saying, no, it's not. I can't remember entirely, and I didn't write it down, which is a big surprise for me. I normally write
everything down.
Yeah, you do.
But am I correct in saying, please answer me, I'm on the YouTube chat right now as well with you guys. Did somebody mention at the beginning of this episode that they mentioned Hive, and then somebody was like, no, we've seen this before? Or yeah, because then Oliver was like, Felicity and him had to go and help them in the Flash, hence why they referred back to the Flash then as well. So I'm pretty sure they brought up Hive first, and then somebody corrected them and said, no, it's Brie.
Right, exactly. So it did happen.
Yeah, it did happen.
Just not tonight. Okay, fine. But I want to talk about this. So Damien Darhk gets his butt handed to him. Murmur and his boys. Murmur and Friends. Murmur and Friends. It's a new Saturday morning cartoon.
Well, they're no longer friends. It's a new Saturday morning
Murmur
cartoon.
and Friends. Come on, you know the guy with the sewn up mouth. They go around strong-arming people and stabbing people in prison. It's great.
It's fun times.
It's good.
It's good life to live.
Good life. Good life.
But Damien Darhk turns things. First, he gets his butt kicked, and then he turns everything around. And
The way Damien Darhk does.
He always does, and that's when you know. I think at that point I'm like, this dude's not done. There is more coming.
He was never done.
Oh, never.
There is more coming, and we find out that Andy Diggle is in his pocket. Did anyone just go nuts on that at all, or did we see that coming?
First of all, I did not see that coming from a mile away. I thought Andy Diggle was good.
I
thought he wouldn't do that.
I was hoping he was going to be changing. I was hoping that he was going to change and become a good guy, but I'm not surprised that he is the bad guy. Second of all, I would like to say maybe it's not him. Maybe Andy's being controlled. Maybe Andy's being brainwashed. Whatever. We've seen all of that stuff happen before, so why can't we see it again with him?
Because we know. I know he's bad.
You think he's bad?
I think he's a straight up bad dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That's so heartbreaking.
I do, and I think that, guys.
I'm glad it's Andy and not John.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when he said Diggle,
I was like,
No, I don't mean it in that aspect. Like as soon as you said Diggle, I was like, hell no, it's definitely not John Diggle. But what I'm saying is, John Diggle will put up a hell of a lot more difficulties than what I feel like Andy would, because John's about 3 foot taller than Andy for a start, and I feel like Andy's like 4 foot, like not much bigger than that. So he's not much of a threat in my opinion.
he's
so
a
I
little,
feel like
he's a little taller than 4 feet tall.
He's
okay, about
scrappy
4 feet
too.
4 feet 3.
He's
Listen,
scrappy little Diggle.
I think that
You just put your hand on his head and
That's
he'll
not true.
when they're trying to punch
He's
you.
like
you know?
a
guys, I want to say
fighter.
this. I think that what we've just started to see is the unraveling of who's going to end up in the grave, and I think it could be Diggle, but maybe it's Andy.
Oh,
I'll
Andy.
be happy if it's
not going to
Andy.
be Andy.
Let
Why
Andy
would it
be in the grave.
He's not even a main character.
Yeah,
You're right.
He's
That was
just like
that came out of my mouth before I.
It sounded a lot better up
It
there.
sounded a lot
didn't it?
better
Yeah,
up
I've
there.
done that. I feel
But I
you.
do think that this is going to be the denouement as we get towards
Say
everything.
that in English.
We're coming down.
Day of the
Why
Dead.
can't I?
What is
It's
it?
like it's the conclusion of this whole in the grave thing. I think we're going to find out who it is next week, guys.
You think that?
I
don't
think it's next
that.
week.
I don't think
You don't think it's
I
next
think
week?
I think we have like 2 or 3 more episodes until we
So
find out.
one thing that interested me is that with that, I don't know if any of you guys follow that YVF shoots, the stuff that pretty much always shoot for Flash and Arrow and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted me today, again, apologies I didn't have the tweet saved or your name saved, but I'll say thank you later on once I found it. It was a shot of Barry and Iris at a cemetery. And we haven't really heard anything about anybody dying in Flash yet, so I'm wondering if possibly people from the Flash are going to be coming over for this.
Well, we know that Barry was going to be there.
We know that
but-
Barry's going to be there because Barry's there with...
Barry misses the funeral, though.
But that's the thing. So that's why I'm. That's why I was
Okay,
confused about
time will
that.
tell. All we know is that Damien Darhk has an ace in the hole, and and Malcolm Merlyn is going to use it. So let's just see where this goes. Quick shout out to Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke Group on Facebook.
Oh, cute.
Vacationist.
They will be there
they're
again.
going to be very upset about what's going on in these past few episodes. They're like, we have to put an Oliver Queen breakup. And
No,
I feel like they should do that with the group now. It should be like the breakups like era
Well,
of
there's
them.
going to be two. There's going to be 2 groups. One's the Oliver group. One's the Felicity group, and we'll figure out how to split the friends.
Don't
and,
delete your group though, because they're going to get back together. It's going to be okay.
But
You put it out there, okay?
Yeah,
you guys are keeping the hope strong with that.
We're with you. We're with you. Let's move on to. I think this is a good point to start talking about the deconstructing of Oliver. So we see him kind of training, and you can tell that he's obviously hiding pain. Okay, because we obviously just did the shout out for the, the group, and so let's talk about this real quick. I loved, and I know we kind of touched on it a little earlier, but I just want to expand onto Laurel's conversations with Oliver.
my thoughts on this. I like that Oliver was like, oh, I can save the city, but I can't save my relationship. And I love that Laurel was just like, no, those are two completely separate things. Like, you're the Green Arrow, but in your relationship, like, these are the things that you did in the relationship that ruined your relationship. You lied,
Bam.
and you did all of these things.
Bam.
And that's why your relationship failed. You have to be able to separate the two things.
Bam.
And
She tells it like it is.
Exactly.
She basically does not, she didn't
And
mince
that's
words.
why, Laurel, you nailed it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
No, hold on.
I kind of agree with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, no.
Thank
I
you.
think because listen, at the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and she's basically saying,
Exactly.
listen, there's the superhero side of you,
Yes.
and then there's the Oliver side of you, and
But if Felicity loves him, shouldn't she accept him?
listen, she should
He can't
accept
be
him
doing
because she
thi-
gave that information. She said what she said to her mom about doing that. I know how you closed it last week.
You like that?
I love that.
I was totally
I
not
did.
a review.
No,
Totally not a review.
100%. We have to high five over it because.
Sorry about the abrupt
because-
ending last week. It was just
because
perfect timing.
It was a perfect ending, and I loved it, and I was like, yes. Because no, it's 100%. She's being totally hypocritical, but I do understand why she can't trust him. So let's just end that right there. What I thought was very interesting was to see Oliver say, like, I was away from this, and I was happy, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to come back.
And then what did she do?
She pulled him
was
back
helping
into
him out
it.
because she was lying to him and helping him out the whole time.
Right.
It was
So
different.
they should be able to just say, hey, bygones, bygones, let's just never lie to each other
Thank
again.
you.
Let's get
Thank
back
you.
together and do this. Or we're done and Oliver's going to go
But
be a
he's
hero.
the one that's not accepting the fact that he might not be able to stop lying and like revert back to this like island lies and all these things that he keeps lying about. He can't be like, I will never lie to you again. He
Right,
hasn't said
well-
that
Yeah,
yet.
but nobody can ever say that to anybody.
Listen,
He can try.
in that line of work, it's going to happen at some point, potentially. Thankfully, none of us have to be superheroes, except for at the beginning of our episode when we were wearing our masks.
Hey, you don't know,
You know,
what I do.
hey,
You've never
listen,
seen, you've never
listen.
seen me and Batman in the same room together.
That's true.
Well,
That's true.
you're a little
Okay,
different.
let's just go to real quick. We can see the anger coming out when Oliver loses it with Curtis, and I think that partially it was his frustration about Felicity, but I think I don't know. I want to know what you guys thought too. I think it's also because he doesn't. I mean, he says it, and I think it's legitimate that he doesn't want Curtis to get himself wrapped up in this life.
Well, everybody else that gets involved ends up
Yeah.
getting hurt one way or another. So the last thing he wants, he takes the weight of the world on his shoulders as
Seriously.
it is. So as soon as he sees that Curtis is like getting all hunky-dory and like really enjoying his time here, and he does have a point. 3 of our friends, one of them being my sister, one of them being my ex-fiance, and one of them being my ex-fiance's mother, is on the brink of death. I understand also what Curtis was saying. We have to high-five the good times.
Yes.
High-five them afterwards. Just
It
Yeah,
was
those
guys,
are-
guys, it was a theme in the
later.
episode where it was, celebrate the wins. You have to do that or
Yes.
you forget what you're fighting for. And also let's be that beacon of hope, because if you go
beacon of hope.
Beacon of hope,
They
yes.
said it like
Said
38
how many times?
like
Yeah.
5 or 6 or 8 or 12. It just keeps going up. Before we go to commercial real quick, because we are, it's an adjustment period for them. But before we go to commercial, I do want our quick break.
Yes.
What am I even talking about
It
right
is
now?
commercial.
It is a commercial. It's our commercial. I want to just go over the flashbacks real quick, because I think what we're seeing is the beginning of where Damien Darhk gets his power, because it was very similar where you see Ryder with his, and the eyes glowing and then
Yes.
the stopping bullets and then throwing Tiana across the room. I thought it was very cool that Oliver decides, instead of, basically finding him to get rid of the idol, he decides, no, let's go save all your friends.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought that was
because that's
very
where he's going to
virtuous.
get his power from, all of those people up
Yeah.
there.
That's a good point.
So all
That's a
he
good
had to
point.
do, like, you take
Just
away
get rid of the- get rid of
you
the
take away
people.
the
Yeah.
king's throne, and then he's no longer the king. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
but
feel
he was
like
going
that
to kill them
kinda
all.
what-
He was going to kill them all.
Who?
Ryder.
Yes, exactly.
He's
So
gonna-
that's
yeah.
why he's gone
He's gotta
upstairs
get
to
them out.
get
Yeah,
rid
to-
of all of those
Yeah.
power, to get
Exactly.
rid of his power, so then he can fight him
But
mono
for
to
those
mono.
for those who were saying that the flashbacks were useless, now you're starting to see why they're
Never,
not.
ever,
It's still
ever.
taking
So,
a long time.
It is
though.
fine. I know it's taking a long time, but we're gonna get there. She's slapping shoulders here. What is
Yeah,
this?
but I
What is
really
this
like.
move?
I really like Ryder as well. I really like. What's his name? Jimmy Akimbola.
I-
Yeah.
I don't dislike him.
That's what,
great.
that's why I like it. I think the acting in the flashbacks
Yeah.
is at a point almost better than what we're seeing with everybody now, because it's something a little bit different.
Absolutely.
So I
Yes.
like the flashbacks.
It's
from
fun.
that
Listen,
kind
guys,
of-
let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that this is where Damien Darhk found his power? Do you think that it came from the same idol? Was it the same idol that was broken?
I'm going. It was the same idol
I
because
think
it
it
looked like
was.
a Buddha's head. It definitely wasn't
It
a
looked-
Buddha's
it-
head, but
no.
it looked like. We
It
have a
looked like-
candle in the back.
Yeah.
It looks very similar. We should have bought it on.
It look,
Bring it
it's,
next week.
Next
the
week.
teeth are weird and off. And
Yeah,
but
it's-
so,
yeah,
but
it's
do
more
you guys think
Aztec
it's the same
vibe.
one? Do you think it's the same one? Do you think
don't
somehow
think so.
Damien Darhk and them?
What do you mean,
do
does it? So how do you
do
go and finish?
Do you think that it's that? Tweet at us using. You just saw the hashtag Hour After Show right at the Bottom.
Did I miss
Oh,
it?
we missed
We
it.
missed
Ready?
it. Let's do it one more time.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
All right. so tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. Let us know if you think that's what it is. Also, let us know in the comments below. Quick shout out to Stanley's Kamikaze all year long. Great guests, guys. Check it out right here at the Stream.tv's YouTube page. Subscribe to the channel. We will be right back with your fan questions and comments from YouTube and Twitter right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Joey B, I got you when we come back.
When we come back.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
How did we not figure that out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome. And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here?
no. Look at me, I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
And we're like, ooh, inseparable.
She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's
so good. You can't count anything out.
Look at you. It's been another awesome night at the Stream.tv,
It's always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
And now we're back. Welcome back, guys. You are watching the Arrow After Show here at the Stream.tv. Thanks for joining us every week, guys. We love you. The fans, you're amazing. So, very quick, happy birthday to LJ Dub 33 at LJ Woods 92. Happy birthday, man. And a quick shout out to John Richard at Johnny Storm. Actually, it's at Johnny S7ORM because I'm assuming that Johnny Storm was
Storm was already taken.
Yep.
Yeah, feel ya. Feel ya
But
playing
still,
there.
shout out to you, brah. Shout out to you, brah. Still on Hawaiian time. How's it? All right, so that's what they say. So quick.
How's it?
How's it?
That's
How's it?
interesting because
How's
that's
it?
also a South African thing. My roommate's South African, so I know that.
Interesting.
Josh, shout out to you, brother.
So there you go.
So how's it is a South
How's it?
African
Right?
thing too.
I like it.
Hey,
culture up
our
in this
buddy
bitch.
Stevenson Johnson at Stevenson Johns 1 at Stevenson Johns 1 came up with this.
He drew that for
this
the
beautiful
Bug-Eyed Bandit.
Brie Larvin. Yeah, I mean,
That's
look at
a
that.
great image.
You know, it's so funny because the bees almost look like flies buzzing around her head, almost. So like she's smelly, you know.
She's not smelly.
They
no,
look
she's
nothing
not.
like flies. They look like
I'm just teasing. No, it's brilliant,
Great
dude.
job.
Thank you for everything that you do.
Always.
It's just awesome artwork. Right now,
Shout him out to his website as well. If you guys do want to check out any more of his stuff, www.artpal.com. You guys got to go check his stuff out. It's
He's
really awesome.
really good.
Yes.
Like I said, it's all different kinds of stuff as well. Not just Arrow, Flash, DC Legends, Batman vs
Everything. He
Superman.
can do anything.
Everything.
you can decorate your entire place with it. So
Yeah.
do
You
go
can
check it
ask
out.
him to draw you something and he will.
If you're lucky.
If
You could pay him. See, brother, I got you. Pay him, and he will draw for you. Don't just ask him. Ask him to pay him money, and he'll do it for you. All right, we're gonna move over to Olivia with some Twitter questions. Yeah, let's see what we got.
So I have one from Southern Siren. I think it's Stormy. Hey, Stormy. Laurel's death was cemented tonight to me. This episode was awesome. Basically, I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that
think it's Laurel gonna
Laurel's
die
in
because of this?
in the grave because of all of this, because they keep showing how close her and Oliver have become, and like showing a lot of her in the episode. So they're like, she's definitely going to be the one that's in the grave. I don't know. I don't agree.
Maybe
because-
they're just giving him a support system for when whoever dies.
Yeah, no,
I feel like we've been there, done
I don't
that.
think they're going to kill Laurel.
But
I think
I
it's going to
actually
be
saw
someone unexpected.
A lot of people on Twitter have been saying that, so I don't know.
I mean, hey, it could be. It could be. Who
We'll
knows?
see.
At this point, all bets are off. We'll find out. Do you have
Captain
a couple-
Lance is there for me because he wasn't in any of the shots, like any of the back, like I don't know if it was, like I said, red herring kind of stuff. He wasn't in any of the set shots of the funeral and all that kind of stuff. No Captain Lance.
Okay.
We'll
all
see.
right.
Okay, I have
I still
another
have my
one
bet on
from Elms Laura. Hi everyone, how long will it take for Donna to figure out that Oliver is the Green Arrow and about the team?
Never. She will never figure that out. She is thick as shit. I love Donna to pieces. Charlotte Roche, you are possibly my favorite actor on this show. Like, you are just beautiful.
loves
You're
you.
incredible. But
Love.
Donna, the character,
Never.
Felicity's mother,
Never.
no chance.
Do you want to know something?
No chance.
It's not even because she's thick. It's because she's too focused on
Felicity's
on the wrong,
happiness.
on the wrong
Which is
stuff.
so
All she
cute.
cares
She's
about
so
is, did you
cute.
speak to Oliver? You're about to die. She's like, but you need to
did
talk
you-
to him and open up to me and feelings.
Speaking
and,
of Oliver, did you talk to him? Mom!
like,
We're
hello.
about to die.
Yeah. So that's the reason why she'll never know.
She's the cutest.
Do you have
okay,
one more?
One
We
more.
have one last one.
This is from Olivia Fanzone. Hi, Stephen.
Hey.
New game. Every time they say beacon of hope, everyone should take a shot. And I thought that was hilarious.
Sounds like a fun game. We'd all be drunk.
We'd all be
I would
wasted
be.
by now.
I
But
I'd be after the first shot, so I'm the lightweight. But
No, I'm just not allowed to take it.
do we have any YouTube?
I will go for one real quick. Joey
one.
B, I just want to answer you as well, seeing as you asked it. Why were all the slaves on the island getting rioted drugs? What was the purpose of that? As we were discussing as well through the chat as well. He was using to be a drug lord. It's a lot easier than being somebody who's searching for magical items. So that was just a giant cover-up. So there's your answer to that, Joey B. Second of all, what do you think Aaron Saunders, what's up, Aaron? How are you, brother? Hashtag Arrow After Show, you guys know what to use. What do you think Felicity was talking about when she mentioned major changes to Palmer Tech? Smoke Industries?
I think that crossed my
That's a
mind
good
too.
question.
It's a potential thing. Guys, let us know in the comments below what you think. Do you think it's going to end up being Smoke Industries? Do you think she's really going to turn Palmer Tech into the beacon of hope that Star City needs? Let us know. Thank you for watching. As always, do tweet at us all week using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. I know that we will be back next week, same time, same channel.
Oh, I was pointing at my...
pointing right there.
No, I was actually pointing at my phone to say, guys, feel free to
I was
ask
pointing at
the
the arrow.
questions that you've asked. We can't ask them right now
Yeah,
because time
put
to tweet us, keep them on the YouTube comments so that we can get back to you.
we will.
We will.
In
Love
the-
you guys.
In this kind of stuff.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Okay, we'll do that. All right. You guys, I can't blow kisses.